Did you know that over 7,200,000 people at the end of the year 2009 were in probation, in jail, or in prisons? That's about 3.1% of adults in the U.S. residents population, meaning over 2,200,000 were incarcerated in U.S. prisons and jails. Did you also know that the United States has the highest documented incarceration rate in the world? In 2009 alone, there were 743 incarcerated per 100,000 population, according to the U.S. Bureau of Justice Statistics. That is exactly enough inmates, probationers, and parolees to populate an entire state. Can you imagine having an entire state with nothing but prison facilities? I believe there are way too many prison facilities in the U.S. We as United States citizens are quick to put a person behind bars just so that we do not have to help them. It's a proven fact the majority of people in prison have a disease called substance use disorders, meaning the majority of people on parole, probation, in jail, or in prison committed their crimes while under the influence of alcohol or drugs. So building more rehab centers instead of prison facilities would decrease the prison population just by society helping their fellow men, instead of putting them into prison. There may not be a cure for every disease in our world today, but there is a way to help. So we should just stop building prison facilities, and we should build more rehabilitation centers instead. If we would just help our parolees before paroling out, our probationers before entering a prison, and our adolescents before going into juvenile facilities, then just maybe we would lessen the odds of our populating our prison facilities and help build a better community for our society by teaching better coping skills and to help with a criminal history due to substance use disorders. In 2006 alone, over $68 billion was spent on corrections. The average operating cost per state inmate is over $22,000, or $62 per day. Housing the approximately 500,000 people in jail awaiting trial who cannot afford bail costs $9 billion a year. And most jail inmates are just petty, non-violent offenders. To ease jail or prison from overcrowding, 10 countries every year consider building new facilities according to the Federal Bureau of Prisons. My conclusion of this is, instead of spending high tax dollars to keep our fellow man incarcerated who have substance use disorders, we should build more rehabilitation centers to try to rehabilitate them instead of throwing them behind bars, which may cause them to retaliate and do more hateful crimes. Also, the majority of inmates cannot live in society due to long-term incarceration. We should first try to rehabilitate them before prison and mandate rehabilitation once parole is granted to help them adapt back into society.